Chapter 27. It's been a month since our return, and the Pharaoh has been holding court every day. I sit on a pillow near the throne, listen to court officials make their reports, and, before long, curl up and take a nap, waking up only when an official raises his voice for emphasis. When the voice returns to its monotonous tone, I go back to sleep. The high priest spends his mornings down in his study, salvaging what he can out of Kakamut's devastation, and his afternoons with the Pharaoh and me in the royal garden, where, sitting in the cooling shade of the trees, they discuss the state of religion in Egypt, which, because of the priests who had allied themselves with Kakamut, is regrettable. Today the Pharaoh has been distant and preoccupied, which I attribute to his many responsibilities, but I'm wrong. Wrong in a way I could never have imagined. We're in bed, and I curl up by his chest. "Rappahamon," he says, stroking my back. "If you were my brother, I could not love you more. But the time has come for me to leave." "Leave? Why?" I ask, panicking. "Where are you going?" "To the realm you and the high priest brought me back from. My mission here is accomplished." "Take me with you." "It is not yet your time to leave." "Then make it my time." For a while, the Pharaoh remains silent, and all I hear is our breathing. I'm so scared I dig my claws into his chest. "We'll see each other again," he says, trying to calm me. "When?" "One day. Bastet has given me the gift of longevity. I may not see him for quite a while, and the thought terrifies me." My heart beats faster, and the room begins to spin. The painted figures on the walls have come alive, the musicians making a loud, horrible noise, the dancing girls moving in a frantic, uncoordinated fashion. The food served to the guests smells like decayed fish, the wine like stagnant water, and the lotus flowers in their hands and the fragrant cones melting on their heads are cloyingly sweet. I'm sickened and frightened and want to run away. "Are you all right, Rappahamon?" the Pharaoh asks, shaking me back to reality. "I'm not sure." "Go to sleep now and do not worry. I will not go away just yet. First, I must crown a new Pharaoh for Egypt." Somewhat reassured, I retract my claws from his chest. I hear him sigh, relieved. For the moment, neither of us is in pain. The day I've been dreading arrives, the day a new king will be crowned. The Pharaoh has chosen Gato-Hamon as his successor, and I'm happy for him, but also terribly sad. After the coronation, the Pharaoh will leave. I watch as, assisted by the new high priest of Amun-Ra, the Pharaoh performs a secret ceremony in the sanctuary of the palace temple. He wears the falcon mask of Horus, the new high priest the ibis mask of Tot. The ceremony transforms Gato-Hamon, a mere man, into a living manifestation of Amun-Ra. Water is poured over his head to symbolize his rebirth as the god's son on earth. Two young priests who've been waiting in the background come forward to help him out of his wet robe, dry him, and anoint him with fragrant oils. Then they clothe him in a white pleated dress and place around his neck the heavy gold collar I've seen my king wear during state ceremonies. It bears the images of Ra's three manifestations as he makes his daily travel through the sky. A beetle in the morning, a disk at noon, and the ram-headed god Atum in the evening. The next ceremony is the coronation, and Gato-Hamon is led away to be presented to the officials waiting in the temple forecourt. Unable to watch any longer, I leave. As I cross the forecourt, I see two priests standing on the podium erected for the occasion. One is wearing the mask of Horus, the other the mask of the strange composite animal, half ass, half dog, that represents Seth. Each priest bears a crown upon a pillow, the priest of Horus the low crown of northern Egypt, the priest of Seth the high crown of the south. Soon these crowns will be set upon the high priest's head. I leave the forecourt as fast as I can, but what I don't see, I still hear. The priests are announcing to the high priest his royal names. He's been crowned. I go down on all fours and begin to run. When I reach the gates of the royal precinct, the guards let me out through a small side door. Outside, I'm overwhelmed by the loud talk and laughter of the people lining the streets, waiting for the new king to pass. I sneak through their legs and run till I find myself in the desert, breathless and confused. Why? I yell at the sky. A horse neighs behind me. I turn and, just as on the day of the battle, see the pharaoh in his chariot. But now his shaved head is bare, and he doesn't offer me his hand to lift me into the chariot with him. Instead, he steps out of the chariot and walks over to me. Behind him, the sun is setting. Rapa Haman, he says, I have come to say goodbye. I knew the moment would arrive, but still hoped it wouldn't. Now that it has, there's no more hope. The pharaoh extends his right arm towards me, and I stand erect and move closer. When he rests his hand on my head, it's no longer warm. Till we meet again, the pharaoh says, slowly taking his hand away. Before I can tell him how much I love him, he goes back to the chariot and jumps in. The sun is casting its last rays. The pharaoh's horses, as if obeying a silent command, take off like the wind, and soon the chariot is too far for the pharaoh to hear me. I'll love you forever, I cry out. He turns around, looks back, and then, with the last sun ray, he's gone. I don't know how long I stand there, lonely and frightened. But when I look up at the sky, it's studded with stars. Guided by their light, I make my way home to the high priest, my new king.